Are you unknowingly raising your odds of hidden heart damage by relying on ultra-processed plant foods and lab-made meat substitutes?
Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Hello, and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster. Today we're examining research showing that unhealthy, ultra-processed plant-based diets raise cardiovascular risk. Why cardiac biomarkers reveal that. Risk, and what practical food changes you can make to lower inflammation and protect your heart.
I'm Alara Sky. A large analysis in the American Journal of Preventive Cardiology evaluated 7,708 U.S. adults and separated healthy plant-based patterns from unhealthy versions built on refined grains, sweets, sugary beverages, and packaged foods. Researchers assessed cardiac troponin I and T, proteins that appear in your blood when your heart muscle is damaged, to see how diet quality correlates with silent heart stress.
Adults eating the healthiest plant foods had about 48% lower odds of elevated cardiac troponin I, a clear sign of better heart integrity. Those relying on unhealthy plant foods had 65% higher odds of elevated troponin I. The associations with troponin T and NT-proBNP were not significant, but troponin I alone provides a strong signal that diet quality matters.
A separate review in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health drew the same line between whole food plant eating and processed patterns. Diets heavy in refined items raised inflammatory markers such as C-reactive protein and worsened lipid profiles, while shifts toward minimally processed plant foods reduced inflammation and improved HDL and LDL patterns within weeks to months.
Chronic inflammation is the bridge between daily food choices and long-term events like heart attack and stroke. When inflammatory mediators stay elevated, plaque forms more readily and endothelial function declines. That cascade promotes atherosclerosis through platelet aggregation, increased permeability, cytokine activity, and leukocyte adhesion. Your daily menu can either amplify or quiet that process.
Your gut is a key driver. Highly processed plant foods are typically low in protective fiber and high in additives and sugars that disrupt your microbiome. When you move to higher quality plant choices, your microbial diversity improves, intestinal inflammation drops, and nutrient absorption becomes more efficient. Changes that track with better cardiovascular markers.
A practical question is whether plant-based meats help or hurt. Many rely on soy and other inputs linked to glyphosate exposure. Independent testing commissioned by a consumer group detected glyphosate and its metabolite, AMPA, in two popular brands, with one measuring 11.3 parts per billion and the other 1 part per billion. Companies disputed the criticism, but the findings add to concerns about what these products bring along with their marketing.
Another concern is fat quality. Ultra-processed plant foods and many meat substitutes carry high linoleic acid from industrial seed oils. Excess linoleic acid has been implicated in metabolic dysfunction and chronic illness. When you pair LA-heavy oils with refined starches and sweeteners, you create a pro-inflammatory pattern that undermines heart health despite the plant-based label.
If you've drifted into the unhealthy plant-based lane, start by replacing packaged items with well-cooked vegetables. Choose preparations that are easy to digest and gentle on your gut. If you're dealing with bloating or frequent loose stools, begin with cooked starches and ripe fruit, then work up to higher fiber vegetables as your tolerance improves.
Minimize linoleic acid by cutting ultra-processed foods and avoiding industrial seed oils. Cook at home with grass-fed butter, ghee, or tallow. Keep your daily LA under 5 grams, and if you can bring it under 2 grams, that's even better. A seed oil tracking feature in the Mercola Health Coach app is designed to help you quantify intake precisely.
Support repair with collagen-rich foods. Collagen helps rebuild your gut lining and eases inflammation there. A simple daily habit is 1 cup of bone broth. Aim for protein at about 15% of your daily calories, and target roughly 1/3 of that protein from collagen to balance your intake and support structural tissues.
Reseed your microbiome with fermented foods made from natural sources. Kimchi, homemade grass-fed yogurt, and sauerkraut are practical choices you can rotate into meals to help restore microbial balance after you've removed inflammatory inputs.
Common questions come up as people reassess their plates. Are all plant-based diets heart healthy? No, quality determines your direction. Unhealthy, ultra-processed plant patterns raise troponin, I, by 65% in the analysis, while healthier plant choices cut elevated troponin, I odds by about 48%. The label plant-based is not a guarantee of cardiovascular protection.
How exactly do ultra-processed plant foods cause harm? They often include refined oils, additives, and sugars that disrupt your gut, elevate CRP, and drive endothelial dysfunction. Over time, that inflames your arteries and increases the likelihood of plaque formation and adverse events.
What about adding animal foods? Some cohorts show that very low intake of animal products correlated with higher mortality from hemorrhagic stroke. That observation highlights why you should focus on inflammation control and nutrient quality, rather than assuming a plant-only approach is automatically safer.
Marketing trends can obscure these distinctions. The plant-based sector is growing rapidly, and claims can blur the line between whole food choices and lab-assembled products. You protect yourself by reading ingredient lists, avoiding industrial seed oils, and defaulting to recognizable foods you can prepare simply at home.
Here's your challenge for the next 7 days. Remove industrial seed oils and plant-based meats from one meal each day. Replace them with a plate of well-cooked vegetables, add 1 cup of bone broth, and include a serving of fermented foods such as kimchi, homemade grass-fed yogurt, or sauerkraut. If digestion is sensitive, start with cooked starches and ripe fruit, then expand. Track your linoleic acid intake and aim to keep it under 5 grams, pushing toward 2 grams as you get comfortable. Thank you for watching Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.